But,
conference will
but
now
he
be
will be
recorded.
telling us about the humorous things and funny things of the Corona side. You can start, sir, your presentation.
Good evening, everybody. First of all, I would like to thank Dr. Mukesh and Dr. Suketu, as well as the entire ROS team to invite me for this webinar. I will be presenting some funny side of Corona which I have experienced. I have divided the Corona effects into 3 stages: pre-Corona stage effects, for-Corona stage effects, post-Corona stage effects. Pre-Corona effects. On 13th November 2019, I met this Babu Mosai, Dr. Suvin Bhattacharjee, who is perhaps the batchmate of Dr. Mukesh as well as Dr. Chetan. So I met him at Kolkata during banquet of IMSIC conference. He asked me, "आपको क्या corona है?" He intended to ask, "आपको क्या करना है?" I heard corona word for the first time there. On the last day of AIOSC at Gurgaon, 16th February, I saw a group of short-statured people with semi-closed eyes at the reception of the hotel. I asked the receptionist whether they are Chinese. I thank God when she told that they were Japanese, as Corona has started migrating from China. As I leave home at 7:15 a.m. for my clinic at Jaipur and reach back home at 6:45 p.m., my wife told me once before કે પોતા માટે તો સમય કાઢો. I realize now that her suggestion and expectations turn out to be right nowadays. Is મારે પોતા માટે સમય કાઢવો પડે. At present, during this lockdown, I find time for pota, meaning mopping, as well as myself in Gujarati. I do find time for Potana, my better half as well as daughters. I stay with my wife for almost 24 hours. Again, after 37 years, as earlier we stayed together for 24 hours during our honeymoon. We can have video chat twice with my daughters as well. We spend nostalgic moments too by playing Ludo online as well as sharing past memories. I have found variability in husband-wife relations during this lockdown as follows. You can see from this photograph that after an engagement, made for each other. After marriage, made for each other. For Corona, made for each other. And post-Corona lockdown, it may happen that we become mad due to each other. I had a couple of missed calls from my elder brother last week. After an hour, when I phoned him, he told about no reply from me twice. I clarified that during first missed call, I was washing clothes in the bathroom. And during second missed call, I was cleaning the utensils in the kitchen. Then he thanked me for reminding him about housekeeping, and he told me that he will talk later as he had to go for sweeping and cleansing. During this Corona lockdown, we are watching this Ramayana. So while watching Ramayana on TV, I gathered a preaching message from Kumbhakarna that मैं तो कुंभकर्ण सोया था मगर बाहर आया तो मर गया. So this can happen with anybody. We also got an inspirational message from Sri Hanumanji in present threatening conditions of doctors as well in the country. Sri Hanumanji thanks God for being blessed with flying ability, so that nobody could attack him while he was on the way to bring Sanjeevani for comatose Sri Lakshmanji. I thank God that I am having 3 balconies in 3 different directions in my home. So I use them turn by turn for drying the clothes so that I can show different neighbors that I have to wash clothes only twice a week. When my better half came to know about my schedule, she told me to go to the terrace for drying the clothes so that no neighbor can know about my duty and I can see them all in their balconies doing the same. Frequent washing of hands with soap and sanitizer is the only thing that makes me feel that I am getting scrubbed frequently for performance of surgeries so many times throughout the day during this knockdown of nearly 1.5 months. I will have to persuade few patients. These are post-corona effects now. I will have to persuade few patients with cataracts who are very much keen to undergo surgery earliest, even though it is not an emergency but elective surgery. I would have to clarify them that they would have to undergo additional lab investigation for COVID-19, which may cost them to almost the charges which they will be paying me for a routine foldable hydrophobic diaper. Patients and relatives might give up the habit of coming closer to the doctor while giving the history about the onset and progress of their symptoms, which we were facing till now. People will follow the protocols of maintenance of sanitation, hygiene, and of course social distancing too. People may change their mind to give due respects to doctors, healthcare workers, as well as policemen and others associated with other essential services, of all of them performing their duties without bothering about their own lives. I will like to give some funny conclusion after this pandemic of corona. Donald Trump is like a wife who thinks that she is the only person in the world always being right in all the matters, irrespective of situation, place, and whatnot. I have brought this rather proverb, uh, which we can call it a dialogue between various countries and the coronavirus itself. China told Corona, Layana means brought, and then Corona says, Ayana entered. And European countries were telling Corona, Aona, but the Corona interpreted that Aona, come. And USA told Corona that Jaona, don't this go away. But Corona interpreted it as if it is Jaona, don't go. In India, we told Corona, Laona, but the Corona interpreted Laona means bring please. A big thank to Dr. Mukesh Porwal and his team of ROS for inviting me to this webinar and to share my humorous approach to this calamity of Corona without being coronized. Tons of thanks to my dearest daughters Brinda for preparing slides of this PPT, Dr. Ekta and son-in-law Dr. Ravi in guiding installation of Zoom and GoToMeeting app in my laptop. I can't forget to thank my dearest as well as nearest better half, without whom this presentation would have been a vacuum. Thanks to the learned audience for hearing and bearing me patiently. I apologize if I have hurt any of you. In spite of this, if still anybody feels hurt, kar lejo. Last but not least, I pray to God, great God, to protect all of us and the entire world from this pandemic corona. I thank God for sparing me from the knowledge of cooking. Otherwise, I would have to leave this webinar immediately for cooking. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thanks. It's amazing that in this serious situation, you have found so much humorous things about Corona.